Fishing for me is like this beautiful, relaxing therapy. When you're fishing, there's nothing like it's an escape. I don't really want to tell people how to grieve, but I just want to provide an outlet that helped me. So we're at a lake right here in my hometown, right by the bait shop called Cabin Fever. It's like the staple of Frank Ragnow's childhood. Bike up to Cabin Fever, buy some bait. Then go to Roulette's, the pizza shop right next to the Cabin Fever, go to their buffet, which they gave us a mean discount on. And then, probably why I was pretty big. But then either go back to my house and fish the pond by my house, or go down to the fishing pier across the lake and fish out here for hours, and then just repeat all summer long. I'm so incredibly grateful and thankful that my dad, my mom, my family consistently brought me to the outdoors. I just love it because I can be out there on the boat or with friends on shore, whatever it is, and you're hanging out and you're relaxing, like you're just enjoying your time and you're just living. There we go. There's a fish. Little one, but it's a start. $1 chuck. This is a beautiful night. I'd rather be out here and catch no fish for years than do a lot of other things in the world. This is you come here and enjoy fishing lake. I remember the fire department puts on an ice fishing tournament on this lake every winter, and it's always right around the Super Bowl. And I remember me and my dad would always enter it, or at least we did it for a couple of years. And I got third place, and we tied with someone. So it was either between a car battery and a color TV. And I obviously wanted the color TV because I was pumped because I didn't have a TV in my room and I was pretty young. So I was going to pick that out, and my dad said, like, slow down. And we ended up getting the freaking car battery, which I was a little bummed about, but it probably made more sense for my dad. My dad was stubborn. He was probably, besides myself, the most competitive person I've ever met. He was very hardworking, loved to have a good time. Just incredible. Really was incredible. His saying to all of his buddies, his saying to everybody when he talked about me in football, once I started getting scholarship offers, right? People would want to talk about me. And he said, yeah, I just keep putting the pizzas in the oven until he can buy me a helicopter and we can go on fishing adventures. Me and my dad and my brother, like, since I was in high school, I mean, the plan was I would play football for as long as I can, and then us three would have our fishing show. And I mean, I just, since he's passed, we've kind of just tried to keep it going, and hopefully one day maybe it'll happen. I mean, honestly, I do a lot of ice fishing, just because right when the season gets over, that's typically the most free I am in the world. That'll probably be the most viewed video ever on Grizzly Man, unfortunately. Definitely a little sketchy. Oh gosh. I'm in, folks. I'm in like a jackwagon. What was I thinking? Yeah. It's like 1,000 views, 32,000 views. NFL offensive lineman falls through the ice. Not good. Not good for my street cred. Yep. Good one. Big one. That'll do.
You're having a good run with fish. Hopefully we can keep it going with Jack and me.
Yeah, we'll see. Ready for the cabin?
Getting there, yeah, I'm excited. Excited for us to all be there.
Yeah, I'm ready to be there.
Yeah, I wish we could stay 2 weeks. But I'm trying to remember how old you were the first time you went to the cabin.
I remember the pictures of me and Elena. I feel like I was pretty young. I think I might have been 3.
Yeah, you guys would fish, and as soon as we hear the boat coming in, we run to the dock and see what you got.
Yeah, Dad would clean the fish with all the mosquitoes destroying his face. End up looking like a mutant after. Face all swollen.
Yeah, yes, he did. What do you call it, Gandalf?
Yeah, so he looked like Gandalf. One thing that I've been very lucky, my family has had a cabin in northwest Ontario that you can only get to by boat or plane. It's as remote as it gets, no phone service, bare scratches on the side of the porch, like, it's up there. I think all my favorite memories are up at my cabin. I remember one day it was raining the whole day, right? And when you're up there with rain, there's no electricity or everything, so you're kind of stuck. We all played cards all day. And then, like, that's when they had the portable, like, flip over DVD player. So we watched Tommy Boy as a family on this, like, 10-inch screen. And then my brother woke up the next day really early and looked out the back window, and there's a huge black bear. And he yelled, "Holy shnikes."
Shnikes.
And then Dad woke up from his sleep machine. And he got in his underwear, and we got in the John boat, and we all chased it. Remember?
Oh, yeah, I do remember now. Yeah. And that's probably what started your love for fishing, was your dad, your grandpas. Both grandpas love to fish. Your uncles, just a lot of love for the outdoors in the family. That was enthralled in you or whatever, and you've just kept it going. And fishing's kind of your away from everything too.
Yeah. When my dad passed away, how I've gotten through grief and how I've grieved has been a lot of just being by myself fishing or being by myself in the woods. And I think it's, like I said about when you're fishing, there's nothing, like, it's an escape.
You're quick at reeling that thing in, girl. Here, you want me to help you? Yeah. All right, let's see how far I can get it. She's backing up.
Somebody's got a fish.
Oh, who is a fish? Caitlin, you?
There we go. You see it all the way out there? All right.
So is this event just through that one organization that we contacted, or is it?
So this is Frank's foundation, actually. This is the first year that he started it. Frank's dad passed away his junior year of college. 6 years next weekend, actually. And he used to fish with his dad all the time. This was his favorite thing to do, yeah. And his nickname was Regs.
It was my junior year of college. My dad had just gone up, so the cabin up there, because it's so remote and so far away, you got to do a lot to open and close the cabin for like the winter and stuff. So he was just up there going with his buddy to close the cabin, put the dock away, board all the windows, and make sure it was winterized. And he was on his way back. I don't know who we were playing. It was a smaller school. And something that I regret forever. He called me and I didn't answer the call. I don't know what I was doing, but we had a play that week called the Ragnow Special, potentially in, where I could have potentially caught a touchdown, right? So I texted him. I said, "Sorry, I missed your call. Just make sure you watch the game." Obviously, he's gonna watch the game, right? But we played the game. We dominated them. We won. We didn't run the play, but we got on the plane. I remember I took my moped back to my apartment, and Coach Bielema called me, and he said, "Hey, I just want to talk to you. Can you swing by the facility? I just want to talk to you about football." And I pulled up to the facility. His truck was the only truck there, and I knocked on the door, and he was crying, and he handed my phone and just handed me his phone and said, "I love you, and here's your mom." And my mom was bawling. She was crying, and she had said, "Frank, your dad passed away. He had a bad heart attack." And I ran downstairs in the facility and just kind of sat there and started bawling my eyes out for a while.
So my husband had a 19-month battle with cancer and died in May of 2020. And so we have 2.5 years since it happened, but, everybody gathers around you and you have so much support right when it's happening.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like everybody goes back to normal. And so we're kind of are expected to go back to normal too, but it's never going to be normal for them. This always is something that affects them.
I want to help grieving kids, grieving families, and get them to the outdoors too, and help. I think it's a therapy that you don't even realize is a therapy. Honestly, my whole junior season was kind of a blur. Just kind of taking her day by day. It was horrible, to be honest, and it's. I think I almost ran away from the grief, tried to distract myself with football. My mom and Coach B were always telling me that I need to talk to a therapist and whatnot, and I kind of just buried it all. And that ended up that's why, I'm still going through a lot with it. And, but then I come to terms with the fact that I do have this platform, right? I want to be there for them. I want to let them know that maybe a football player in the NFL is going through it. And I don't really want to tell people how to grieve, but I just want to provide an outlet that helped me.
My 8-year-old especially, she's always looking for someone who's like her, another 8-year-old girl who's lost her dad, or, so it's so wonderful to be where we have this really incredible, successful athlete who has something in common with these young kids who would look up to him. I think that's a really wonderful opportunity.
Yeah, we're excited. He's been thinking about doing something like this for a while, so it's fun to see it come to life.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There they are right there. Captain Pete's boat.
Like a cruise boat?
Yeah, we're going right now.
I can fish.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's catch a fish.
Here, let's get this.
I just like
You ready? We're gonna take this thing, throw it. Nice. All right, and then you're just gonna wait for that bobber to go down, okay?
Yeah.
All right, see that bobber over there? You gotta watch that. If it goes down, that means you have a fish.
Just keep my eyes on it.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep my eyes on
No, you're looking at the birds. Yep, there we go. There, reel up a little bit. All right, let's recast it.
it. I know how to throw it.
Oh, you do? All right. Oh, geez. Kind of. I'm hooked. You got me.
You got a big one.
What?
You look him.
You hooked me right in the butt. One day, I was realized like we usually were up at the cabin. You're kind of just relaxing. You're fishing. One day, I was like, I'm gonna wake up at 4 a.m. The next day. And I wake up, it's like a one-room cabin, right? People are all over, my family's all over, kind of sleeping on cots and whatnot. So one person gets up, they all hear me, they're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, you wanna go? You wanna go? Everyone's like, nah, come back, get me. And I went out there by myself, 4 a.m., and I caught 5 walleye over 28 inches, which is what a lot of people would consider trophy fish. And that's like one thing that's really, really like rewarding about fishing. When you have a plan and the plan comes together, it is like you made it. And I don't know, it just must have hit me today, but I mean, me and my dad and my mom, we've kind of planned this, you know, if that makes sense. This has always kind of been the goal since day one. I was at my mom's house yesterday, and we were going through some of my school projects from middle school. And it was either middle school or elementary school. It's the first time I started writing in cursive, whatever age that was. Hopefully it was elementary school, not middle school, for anybody judging me. But I had wrote that my goal was to make it to the NFL and be able to take care of my parents. And they're just, my dad and my mom are just my people, you know, and I'm very grateful for them. And, you know, my dad's not here, but I'm very excited to take care of my mom. Because I had an amazing childhood, man, and I'm just so proud of the way I was raised and how I was raised and my upbringing, and to be able to give back to my mom. I wish I could give back to my dad and, you know, go fishing with him and everything, but to be able to give back to my mom and my family means the world. I mean, that my dad, me playing football was everything to my dad. My brother and sisters give me crap because my dad used to get Google alerts. If any time anybody mentioned my name in an article or anything, he would get an email, and he would just sit there and read them out loud to them while I was all at college. When my dad passed away, I guess you could say the blessing out of it, I just realized that every single second matters. I believe that time is the most valuable thing in the world. I just wanna live, you know, just soaking it all up, fishing, adventuring. I wanna be even half the dad my dad was. I wanna live day by day, taking it all in and not taking anything for granted. I am Frank Ragnow.